KWTN 100.9 FM, Allen, Nebraska. The official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe.
Yeah. You are listening to 100.9 FM KWTN. This is the Big Voice Radio. You are listening tonight to the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. I am your host, Coach Q. I'm here with my big brother Buff. We call him B Luv.
B Luv is in the house.
B Luv is in the house. I'm just turn his music down just a little bit right here.
How's it going, everybody? How's it going?
Hey, tonight me and Buff are in the studio solo. What's up, man?
Solo. Quinch is on the ones and twos, and he's trying to do it all here tonight.
Man, I'm going to tell you what. This is all a dream come true, bro. Ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to, be sitting here and doing some kind of a show, and now you got to be in control tonight, Big shout out to DJ Besme for, hooking it all up before she headed out. And there's a big event going on downtown today. Ladies and gentlemen, this week in Winnebago is homecoming week. It is homecoming week. Today is Wednesday, and I believe at the school it was all pink day or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's
so just I have on our topic list talking about Winnebago homecoming history. So I figured that me and you've been around, born and raised on a one-way street here in Winnebago, and
for sure.
And we definitely have some stories for the viewers, our own stories, and then even stories from us guys being fans of the sport of football.
Sure.
And so I got a couple stories on those ones too. But ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 42. 42. 42. A little bit better.
Yeah.
All right. So 42, man. We're like only like 9 weeks away from having our full calendar year on episode 51, I believe, because we missed one.
Was you on vacation again?
No, I was actually. There was something went on. The tower messed up over there in Allen somewhere on that Wednesday, so they didn't have it.
I see.
And when I was on vacation for those 11 or 12 days down in Orlando, Florida, I think you and Huge took care of that, and I really appreciate it to keep the show going, because the show got to go on.
DJ Guaranteed was here too. He was running the show over here that day.
Yeah, and man, I don't know if I just being like salty because I wasn't there, or just being probably, or if I just like trying to enjoy being on vacation, not being bugged, because I don't remember what the topics were on that week.
You know what? I can't remember either.
Well, you were there, so that doesn't make me feel bad now.
I was there physically. Hey, real quick.
Go.
So last night, last week, I actually took a couple of days off. I was up in Minnesota finally got to take a couple of days off from work. But so I seen you had a couple of the golfers here. I seen Aaron LaPointe was here again. Haniga Bozo Earth was here, and who was the other one?
That was it.
Just them two?
And Coach Huge was here.
Huge was the other one.
Yeah, to go with it.
Oh, okay. So you guys covered a lot. I didn't get to see the show or even get to listen to it.
Bro, you know what? I'm really glad that you brought that up, because I do have a kind of a special announcement. I mean, it's a special announcement to me, but the viewers that were interested in the segment last week about the Winnebago Golf Association and all the doings on the project that they're starting to try to get a golf course here in Winnebago. It was really it was a good episode, and I really want to I want to read this message. Okay.
I
I received this message Okay. From this gentleman, his name's his name is Alex Neal, and he's a senior from UNL. So anyway, this was last night, and so the viewers, I got this message from this gentleman. He said, "Hi, my name is Alex, and I'm a senior at UNL in broadcasting and sports journalism. I have been following some of your sports talk show on the Big Voice and listened to last week's episode about the Winnebago Golf Association, and would love to do a story to promote it and the culture around golf in Winnebago and in Native American communities. Obviously," he said, "obviously you have a passion for sports, and especially in Winnebago, so I would love to get an interview so you can share your story and experiences." And then he also asked to get Anthony and Aaron's information for the Winnebago Golf Association. So
wow, that's pretty cool.
It was a good reach out from a senior. He's like he said, he's in broadcasting down here, so he's obviously working close with the university and the Huskers down here. So there's opportunity for not only interview from the sports show, but to get the story about golf. We just talked about in the last couple of weeks, talked about golf a lot, and when with Anthony and Aaron coming in last week and sharing all the information and stuff, and what this message from this guy does, it shows me that we do have listeners out there other than just mom and dad. Other than mom and dad and the wives and the kids, and maybe some of the coaches that are around here. There's a lot more people listening to the show, so we are using our platform in a good way. So
that's cool.
I was just gonna say thanks to that gentleman for reaching out, and
thanks, Alex.
And he is gonna be stopping down next week on Tuesday, I believe, to come and sit down and have a sit down with me and visit a little bit about golf. And there's gonna be a lot more stories going on rather than golf.
We're talking about Warpath. Get Warpath out there a little bit.
No, not just that, but it's an opportunity for this gentleman to see where all the sports are in our community.
Oh, heck yeah!
Starting from little bitty guys on the way up. So
that's right. Yeah.
Hey, so
That's cool.
I think all the coaches, past, present, and future for Pee Wee leagues and middle school leagues and high school, that it's gonna be a good one too. So
that's cool.
High five to everybody like that.
Nice.
So anyway, like I said, we are doing the Winnebago homecoming edition of the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. So I had a couple ideas of trying to get some guests on here, but everybody is busy.
Yeah.
I was talking about trying to get a couple of the coaches on, maybe a couple of the seniors on. Everybody's busy. We just cruised by. They're all practicing out there, sweating beads out,
Yep.
And I was thinking about getting athletic director, but he is one of the coaches, and then maybe even trying to get last year's homecoming king. I couldn't remember who last year's homecoming king was, because I was gonna reach out to them and maybe ask the king queen to come on. Just something for a homecoming edition, right? Everybody's busy.
Well, we can't even get ourselves in here like that because we're both runners up.
I know. Well, see, that actually was going to be a spin-off from one of the topics that we're going to talk about the king and queens and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
I know we're the kings of comedy around here, but definitely didn't get no prom king or no homecoming king. Call us the runners up.
That's the only runner up I ever got in my life, too.
But I also even reached out to a few community members that we know that been watching homecoming games for years. Who was the first one you would think of?
Probably like Paco Smith.
I asked Pac. He did say he had stuff to do today after work, so he would have came on and kind of shared some experiences.
I mean, you got to know. I mean, if a lot of the listeners from Bago, everybody knows who Paco is. I mean, he was just an all-around athlete as a young man. Even as an older man, he's just always involved in softball, and his grandkids is cross country, and then the athletic gene runs real deep in his family, because he was it goes to his dad too. His dad, John Smith, he was a heck of an athlete back in his day too, and down to Paco's late son, TJ Smith, all around athlete. I mean, I could sit here and talk about him the whole day, because he's he was that much. I mean, you know how you see him grow up, and he probably one of yours that you coached.
He was like one of the very first classes. Him and Dubs and those guys.
Him and Dubs, JR and us, yeah. So I mean, but so Pac, Pac's well respected gentleman in our community, and just like I said, all around old school athlete, and
And one of his like his main contributions to the Winnebago school and all the athletes, past, all the past and present ones, is that for years since he graduated, he's been at all these games,
all the home games,
all the home games, a lot of the away games. Bro, we went up to St. Francis last weekend, and Pac and his dad was up there. And then that was on a Saturday game, and then come back 5 days later. They played on a Thursday in Todd County. He went up there too.
Up there again,
So like big shout out to Pac, man. And I think that's a generational with those guys with Choka John, Pac, and TJ. I think they were all homecoming kings.
I remember seeing Pac and old John Travolta look back in the day with a little blue furry crown. I think
he had that crown sitting on when he looked like Rocky in Rocky 1. Yeah,
Paco,
man,
Mud Cat.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Pac, man, and this guy goes around and supports not just his family, his kids, grandkids. He supports everybody's kids and grandkids, man. Like everywhere there's Winnebago sports, you can always look and depend on Pac being there. So big shout out to Pac. And if all y'all appreciate Paco for traveling so much, maybe slip him a 20 for gas every now and then,
buy him a glizzy.
Yeah, buy him a glizzy or something like that, or some popcorn at the game. But shout out to Pac, man. What a guide to follow.
For sure.
I wish I can get that many games. I think I go to that many games. No, he goes to all the games, man.
Yeah.
So one of the topics on the topic list is the first one is just talking about homecoming history. I remember some in high school back in our days, the homecoming games. I think we played Allen one time.
Why not?
My freshman year we played. I think Macy my sophomore year. Why not my junior year?
Yep.
And then my senior, I think we played Newcastle, man. So
Knifels.
I just got a short story on those
ones. I got one too.
So the first one, my freshman year, we played who did I say?
Nebraska School for the
I just said it too.
I can't remember.
Well, because my 10th
Allen.
year. Oh, Allen, yeah. Oh, yeah. So my freshman year played in Allen, and I was a freshman. It was towards the end of the season, and our coach, finally must have sobered up or something like that. So he put me in a game a couple times, and he should have did that in the beginning, man, because I ended up getting a couple good runs in that game, and I think I got a real good pass by Scotty Sharpback.
Yep.
Right in the middle. Hit me right in the chest, man, and knocked me out of wind. I know you know how that feels. But
knocking you out of wind? Yeah.
Oh, girl. And then my sophomore year we played against Macy, and I got a couple good runs. I think I scored one run in that Macy game. My junior year, why not? I went berserk. That's when Coach before the game. All right, guys, we're gonna mix it up a little bit. Quince, you're quarterback tonight. Remember that? He made me quarterback that night, and then after that, I just stayed quarterback. So needed an option quarterback, but that was that game where remember had you in the end zone over there.
Oh man,
had that sickle Eric Crouch scramble, and I bombed that one about 60 yards in the air.
Oh,
and he was in the end zone all by yourself.
And it hit me right in the shoulder pads too, right in the chest.
Yeah, that's Pops is probably the most disappointing he's ever been. He said,
I dropped it, everybody.
It hit him in the wrong place, right in the numbers.
Right in the numbers, right between the 8-0, just plumb right in the chest, and the ball bounced out. None I could do. Nobody even on me. I just missed it. I just potsy. But see, that added, to add a little more salt to that wound. So my little quick story of homecoming, my senior year, that's that same game. You just hit that bomb. Okay, so Wally Earth was a quarterback. He was doing the plays before the warm-ups and stuff.
Yeah, setting you guys on pass patterns.
Yeah, so I told him, I said, all right, we're getting ready to do the starting lineup, so we're all going to head back to the 40-yard line, and get back to the bench over there, and then I told Wally, said, all right, bro, just go ahead and lay one out there. I'm going to get under it. So I took off, ran my little post pattern, and
you ran it hard, too.
I was going, because Wally laid it out there, so I laid it out there. I was going to catch it right at 40, and then I'll be ready for a starting lineup. Kid from the other team was doing the same damn post.
Same pattern. Same.
Just both looking over our shoulders, looking just full head of steam, just hit each other. Dead center, right?
I remember that.
Right at the 40-yard line, both dropped. All the wind I thought I owned just all disappeared. I couldn't even breathe. Of course,
like one of those balloons.
Yeah. Of course, I jumped up and tried to play it off because I was trying to act cool like that. But man, I could not breathe.
Oh man,
that was
I remember
embarrassing.
that. I remember the crowd is like, ooh, everybody like that.
3 embarrassing things: that, missing that pass, and getting runner-up for homecoming game by the late great Shug Evans Warner, my boy.
Shout out to that guy, R.I.P. And then also, my senior year was I would say probably the most embarrassing homecoming story for Winnebago. Might even be in history.
Oh, jeez.
We played Newcastle. Okay, me and Jules had to sit out a game.
Oh yeah.
And Newcastle came in, and in Nebraska back then, I think they still do, but they had a 45-point rule. Remember that?
Oh, yep.
They came in and scored 56 points on us by halftime. It was 56-0, and then the crazy thing is they had coronation at halftime, and so while we were on the float, nobody was smiling, nobody was even happy about homecoming. And then as we were driving out in the middle of the football field, on the float, we look off to the north of town on that straightaway. And Newcastle's bus is going around that corner, around the bend. Like, they didn't even stick around for coronation or nothing, man. Like when we were done with coronation, it was done. Yeah. The night was over. Then the dance, and nobody wanted to go to the dance. Nobody wanted to dance.
Yeah, well, except for you and Jules.
Oh yeah, we had kid and play going on.
Yeah, that's it. Because you guys didn't play. You guys were in street clothes.
You were still in dance clothes then.
You guys pre-dance. You guys are already in your hammer pants and pants. Got your little Gumby on the side up here. I remember you guys' haircuts back in the day. Hey, we had hair back then. We could do something with it back then.
Yeah, we might as well do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at us now. We can't do anything with that.
That's right.
we always trying to cry around about how expensive those razors are now. Man, expensive razors. Anyway, so history of homecoming. I think homecoming games. Let's see, we won that one.
You just said you got slapped by 56.
We went 2-2 in my high school.
Oh,
2-2 in my high school. Yeah. Other than that, homecoming wasn't too much. I remember my 10th grade year was a pretty good year. A lot of good football players back then on both teams, that Mesa team and our team. So
yeah.
Bro, one thing I want to say is I mentioned to Anthony last week too, because he brought up some names that were really avid golf players that are no longer with us. Mm-hmm. We mentioned Shug Warner's name. We mentioned some other guys' names that are no longer with us anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things I like to do in this thing. We bring back the history, and there are individuals that are part of this history here in Winnebago. So some of those names that we say, we say them with the utmost respect because we just miss them,
For sure. Well, I remember one name. I don't know if you guys brought his name up, but he was a little bit older than us. Sean Lewis. He used to golf back in the day too.
Yeah, Sean Lewis.
Yeah, Sean Lake.
Remember in high school he was our all-time kicker.
Yeah, he punted and kicked out the tee.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a leg on him.
Yeah, he'd get that ball up there, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another name there. Sean Lewis. R.I.P.
Yep.
Missed that guy too. So, and I was thinking about some of these other homecoming games. In the past, like Winnebago has a really rich history of homecoming. Mm-hmm. But remember when we had homecoming, we used to have like a big old bonfire. I heard there's a bonfire downtown tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
But I'm talking like the big old bonfire with the pep rallies and just people getting
cars.
smashing, getting that sledgehammer out and smashing those cars up and stuff like that. And kind of reminded me of that show Grease. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Remember when Daryl Fierro? Danny Zuko. when Tim Snow, Danny Zuko, when they was at their homecoming, they had the big old, and all, the bonfire and the cheerleading squad, and man,
even remember the Titans had they got some of that stuff. So that, even though that movie is based on back in the 70s, that's kind of how it was when we started doing it, like in the late 80s, doing the same thing, because they did that bashing of those cars with the sledgehammer, bonfires, and the pep rallies and stuff like that. I imagine that's like that. That's like that everywhere. But remember the cheerleaders we used to do? Geez, cracking around. Remember the cheerleaders? They did that one game. It was called. I don't think they do it no more. But it was called Chubby Bunny.
Chubby Bunny with the marshmallows?
Yeah, that was some crazy stuff. I ended up doing that because got the big mouth, big cheeks, big lips, whatever. I must have got about 12 of them things in there, and then I probably couldn't breathe. I almost panicked, started gagging, ran to the bathroom. Yeah, those are the crazy days, man. I remember those like they were yesterday.
Yeah, do you remember, how about the pep rally when you run up to the center of the gym, and then you grab the bat that's on the ground, you put your head on the bat and you spin around like 10 times or something like that, and you got to run back, and then it's like a relay. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember the classic Connie Getman wiped out in front of everybody? She ran up there and she spun around, she come back and she fell down in front of everybody. Had the whole school rolling.
Rest in peace, Connie.
Yeah,
hey,
Connie.
Speaking of which, Justin just called me yesterday. Connie Getman's birthday today.
Oh, really?
It would have been her birthday today. I don't know how she was, but yeah, he called me.
The goat. Happy heavenly birthday, Mrs. G.
Mrs.
G, the only one with some volleyball hardware around here.
That's right.
Yeah, man. So, hey, that's pretty cool, bro. I like that. Bringing up her name and everything like that. So, so homecoming week this week, that's some of our other topics. We had a number of things go on this past week. It seemed like everybody was in action this week, and I think the vibe kind of that we got was it was homecoming week, so everybody's kind of going, Pee Wee football, they played Sunday. Those boys are just all doing an amazing job. Mm-hmm. I know that the older boys, they're really showing their maturity. Then for me, like, basketball season is just a couple weeks away, so I know that these boys are gonna be all in shape and stuff, and I just can't wait, And then the younger boys, they're you can tell we have a lot of good athletes that are coming up in the ranks, and good job to all those coaches out there for teaching these young guys.
Like like you said, basketball never ends. We're no matter how, some people might knock it, some people might like it, but we're a basketball town. Everybody can play basketball. We're all good, but then there's all these other ones that play football, they play golf, they run cross country, they do the games and stuff like that. They all do that. But playing football, you remember Dad back in the day, Dad told us that he kind of almost wanted us to play football because it would toughen us up for basketball. Then you can take a foul, you can go in and roughhouse and knock people around, whatever. That's how they played back then. You can't do that nowadays.
Get physical and get rebounds.
Yeah. So then if you got hit out there playing basketball, wouldn't hurt as much because you're used to it because you're playing football all this time. So like I said, for all the basketball players that are playing football, stick with it. Stick with it. All it does is gonna make you tougher. And then even cross country, stick with it. You're just gonna be able to run hard on that basketball court. Prime example, our little nephew down there doing big things down at Haskell. He was just constantly running. That guy's like a water bug, man. Everywhere you see him, you can't sit still. He's just running and running and running.
Yeah, just talking about that whole concept of training your body before your season, like for basketball season, you're training your body whether you're playing football or cross country or in the gym doing something, But that cross country, anytime we bring that example up, we always just talk about Naomi. I always do that outside of here, just talking to some of these kids around here, like talking about training their bodies and stuff like that. Use Naomi as an example because you just saw how hard that work ethic was, and then how it pays off. If you know him and you can't see it, then you're not looking because that hard work and that work ethic that he put in. Shoot, it's good for any kid to follow.
Sure, and then it helped with him. It helped, because he's just a gym rat. He was born into it, because his dad Jeffrey was like that, and Jeffrey had him in the gym all the time ever since he's a little bitty thing, and I'm just glad it stuck. I mean, I wish there was other kids that would do that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Everybody kind of has their own way of doing things, and that's not knocking on any of these kids out there working, because I see them all working their butts off, cruise through town. I see, what's her name? The tall girl that plays basketball, but she's out for cross country.
Tressa.
Yeah, she's out there running with the dudes and sweating, and I see some younger ones like the little what's her name? Kimmy. I seen her running. With another grandson. Tara and Chris's boy, little Marufo boy.
Aaron.
Yeah, stud.
Yeah.
I can't say enough about that kid, man. He's gonna be good.
It's gonna be.
And then even little grandson too, Krytel. That guy's out there getting medals left and right on all his cross country. So.
Yeah, and then I think that one of the things the coaches they're pushing too, because they know that these guys play basketball, so they're pushing them, say, hey, about their times. Hey, we got to get a better time this week. Hey, we got to get a better time this week. So they're pushing them to better their time and not just be there to kind of get a workout in, to actually to push it.
Then we've seen some of the wrestlers.
Yeah.
See some of the bigger girls that are in the heavier weight division in wrestling. They're out there running cross country too, just to get that wind and stuff.
Yeah,
man, I like that. See, that's what they're thinking. I like that for all these little kids that are doing that. Yeah, I can say little kids now because I'm an old grandpa, but
choker man.
But yeah,
big
ups, guys. Keep it up.
Yeah, that's some good stuff right there. We just got done kind of giving props to the Pee Wee football team that was in action this past Sunday, and I believe they got maybe one or two more games left, maybe one more game in playoffs or something like that. But we'll definitely keep you guys updated after homecoming week, because we have a big week come ahead of us. So you made the junior high volleyball game
yesterday?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so how'd that go then?
Okay, they played Walt Hill. Walt Hill got a decent team too, and we got so many girls on the volleyball team that they split them into like A, B, and C teams. So you got your A team, which is like your 8th graders, and then your B team are like the ones that are a little more advanced on the skill level, and then a C team that are still kind of like the newcomers. And
yeah.
So they all played. They did pretty good. The C team won theirs, and the B team, I think they only played one set and they got beat. And then the A team played the other 2 sets after the one they got beat, and they ended up winning that one. So they beat Wall Hill, but it was good. There's a couple of them. I don't even know who some of these girls are, and I was like, man, who's that one? She served the ball real hard.
Yeah, you'll definitely start learning these names. Like junior high, I don't think they had a program, did they? Like a program? Like
no, not.
So see, that's when you don't know, then you can't look at a program. So when they get to high school, you start learning. Oh, that's such and such's daughter or granddaughter. Now it's granddaughter because we're getting kind of old, bro. So but
it's crazy because when you say that we're getting older, I always remember we just talked about it maybe a couple episodes back when we had the basketball girls up here.
Yeah.
Wilhelmina and VJ's daughter.
Kelly,
Kelly, when last time I seen her, she was a little bitty girl running around getting popcorn and always running away on these games. I think that was back in 2015.
Like COVID?
Maybe even before that, like when Dave and Matthews got there, a little bitty girl just running around.
Think about that. That was 8
years ago. I know, but now she's the big girl down there
and
playing banging.
I think she's a sophomore, so she must be like 15. So 8 years ago, she was 7 years old.
Okay. Well, so I hate to say it, but that might have been the last time I seen her running around. But man,
old school
running
guy
out,
right
running to get hot dogs and full pickles for her.
So I gotta say this though. Because I did miss the junior high girls game. I was trying to get to all the games yesterday, man, but I couldn't get off work when I wanted to. So, but when I did get to the school, then granddaughter Cassidy Rain, she came up to me and she's like, "Joka, can you give me a shout out on the radio tomorrow?" And I was like, "You need to earn it."
Yeah.
You need to earn it, then I will. And so, but I didn't get a watch. So
she was part of that B team. She played one set, and she usually played the A team. We had a couple of the girls that they either didn't play or they were had to get a grade up so they can play, and then so they got them back, and then they played. So that kind of bumped Cass, since Cass is just the younger one.
Yeah.
But she played that one in, I don't know, She did all right, but it was just like she wasn't. The intensity wasn't there.
Yeah.
The game's passed.
Yeah.
She did all right. It is what it is.
I was trying to tell her. So I said I gotta give everybody a shout out. You know, you can't just be singling people out all the time. So as your Choco Buff, and he gives you shots.
I'll do that, Cass. Love you, babe. Shout out.
But I do want to say a shout out to her and her team, her entire team, like all those girls on there. And the whole junior high, if you got 3 teams, I mean, you definitely got at least 20 girls. At least 20 girls, because it's three teams is 18. So, and if I had all 20 girls' names up here, I'd give every one of them a shout out.
Yep.
Because those ones are the ones that we're going to be going watching at the varsity level here in a couple of years.
Sure.
So, we as a community have to continue on showing up to the games.
Sure.
Showing up to the games and not just showing up to the games, but cheer.
Yeah. Oh, it was loud.
Yeah.
It was loud in there. It was loud in there
and I'm just gonna say this for Fastlick too. When I say cheer, I go to the football games too, and then they're trying to do, we say blue, you say white, blue, and then the crowd is like, don't say nothing,
Yeah.
And there's sometimes when you're at the away game, there's probably about 3-4 of us up there anyway. But like at home games too, like we got to get hype, you guys, man. Homecoming game is on Friday at 2:00, and we need, as a community, we need all to join in and show out for this game and show the football boys, what kind of support that we have as a community, because homecoming is a big week.
We're down a couple games right now, from the past. So I know some of the boys' confidence may be a little low right now, but all it takes is another good win and just get on this win streak. These boys gotta, I go to work early every morning about 6:15 after I jog my 6 miles and eat oatmeal and salad, drink water, and then
you wake up, and then what do you do after that?
You wake up and go bathroom, then what? Well, I got to cruise by the school and the football field every morning, and there's times where it's foggy as heck, and then I get down, the lights all on, Adam James down there with them, and had all the boys out there at 6 a.m. So they're hard at it, 6 a.m, just like me. So
yeah, there you go.
Good job, boys.
There you heard it for the first time. Buff's awake before 6 o'clock in the morning.
Ever since I turned 45 years old, I can't even sleep in if I wanted to.
Yeah, me either. Me either. Okay, but last night the Winnebago girls were in action. I stopped in to check out that triangular between Omaha Nation Lady Chiefs, the Lady Jays from Walt Hill, and then the Lady Indians. It was a pretty fun night. I mean, it's always a fun night when you can get the reses in one building to play some sports.
Like the third time they did that triangular, same teams, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the other one was down.
Oh,
in
Walt
Macy.
Hill. Okay.
One cool thing about those triangulars though is they only count for one game, so like you get a certain amount of games per season.
Oh,
you actually get to play 2 games that night. So.
Oh, okay. I never knew that.
So it's just extra reps, extra games and stuff like that. So, but yeah, they were Winnebago did okay against Omaha Nation, but the time that they played them down in Omaha Nation, they took them to 5 sets. Or is that 5 sets?
Is it 5 or is it 3? I think it's just 3.
They told me it was 5. The story last night.
I thought college level was 5.
That's what I thought too.
Well,
but anyway, they had a rubber match to
15.
Yeah, and then I think it was Marsh is the one that actually told me, said that Winnebago even kind of got hosed on a call at the end of the game to kind of cost them the game. So really close. Mm-hmm. And so then there was kind of some expectations last night when Winnebago and Omaha Nation faced off again in that first game, but it wasn't close like that.
Yeah, I heard Omaha Nation girls kind of got them pretty good, or what?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Those 2 twin girls, those Walker girls, one's left-handed and one's right-handed, and they're both good kills.
Wow.
They both got good kills. The left-handed one is just, how those unorthodox looking left-handers are.
Yeah.
It's not all the way fundamental like a right-hander, but it works like Jay Bass.
Oh yeah.
But that's how her spikes were, bro. They were like from just a different kind of awkward angle, man. And they were like boom, they were going straight down.
Wow.
Anyway, so the early hype that we kind of gave those girls from Omaha Nation earlier in the season on a few episodes back, the hype is kind of real.
Nice.
Yeah, the hype is kind of real. So we're gonna continue on.
Congrats, you girls.
going to continue on following those girls as well as Winnebago Volleyball. So, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to our next one. We have our junior high boys football team was in action as well yesterday. While the volleyball games were going on the inside of the school, we had the junior high football game against Pender right outside on the big field. And I tried to watch a little bit from the field, but I was trying to watch the volleyball too. Mm-hmm. And Winnebago was doing good. I see a couple good heavy hitters that we have for our Winnebago junior high team. And then we have some quick guys too out there. I saw a couple touchdowns that Winnebago ran and a couple breakaway touchdowns, which I love those kind. So not just the little 2-yard touchdowns. I like those ones where there's a little bit of action going on and then somebody just busts out from that pack of people and just goes. And so I saw a couple of those yesterday. So
when you said that, bro, who that reminded me of?
Who's that?
2 people. Darwin Snyder and Trav Mallory. When he said that, I remember watching. I don't even know. Maybe it was a homecoming game back in 93 or 94.
Yeah.
Trav was returning punts. You guys all know Trav, big guy. When he's in high school, he's a big guy too, but he was fast. That guy kicked that ball to him. In a punt, they punted it to him. He caught it. He ran right. He didn't try to run like off to the side or anything. He ran right back out to the pile. Then you just see him disappear in that pile. He ran in, put his head down in that pile. That pile all moved. Then about 2 guys fell down. Then Trav come busted on the other side and ran all the way for a touchdown. Yeah, that's crazy. Trav Mallory, shout out to you there, brother.
Yeah, shout out. I also used to like watching Trav run and Darwin. Mm-hmm. Remember when I was a little guy coming up in junior high watching Darwin run, and I was always like, man, when he graduates, I'm going to take over, or at least I want to take over, something like that, But man, I want to get Darwin on the show.
Yeah.
One of these times, hopefully before the football season is over, so
let's get football season too.
Yeah, so we can visit him a little bit about his experience, with actually signing a letter of intent to play that scholarship he got from Tom Osborne.
Yeah, that'd be
cool.
And
that'd be such an awesome story for the viewers. So
we'd like to get him and Silas up here. Silas, he went down. I think he walked on down there, and he got himself a Orange Bowl ring too. So we'd like to get him on and get both their stories. But
yeah, we'll try to get him on. We'll try to do it at the same time too, and
that would be cool.
Maybe before that the Iowa game.
Okay.
For the Iowa game, we'll try to get him on. We'll talk to him later.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway,
give him plenty of time so they don't have more excuses not to come up.
All those excuses.
You guys hear me?
All those excuses. Well, anyway, shout out to Winnebago boys junior high football team. They did take the L though. They did take the L though, but that's all right though. They come in not losing any games up until that point, so they got 1 loss in the season now, and so they can still finish out the season with 1 loss, and that's not bad. It's kind of a good way to kind of for these 8th graders to finish off their junior high career too. Is
sure
maybe with just 1 loss. So
yeah,
shout out to the coaches out there that are putting in the work with those boys.
That's right.
Okay, so next topic is Winnebago homecoming coronation night is tonight. Is tonight, and so if y'all aren't really following homecoming week this week here in Winnebago, there are 4 candidates that I know that are up for the king, and obviously there's gonna be 4 for the ladies for the queen. Mm-hmm. And all the voting happened this last couple days at the school, and they're supposed to reveal everything tonight. And so that coronation is going on at 7 o'clock at the Winnebago Public School. And they usually have in the gym, but they have that auditorium now, so it's more likely going to be in the auditorium.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah.
So those of you that are really into your homecoming week, make sure and stop up to the school about 7 o'clock to check out that coronation, see who they're going to decide on who's the 19.
Who's
the 2023?
Did you say 2019?
No, I said I was going to say 1997. 2023 homecoming king and queen.
Hey, so do you know who the Final Fours are?
As for the girls, well, let me name the boys off. Zane Bassett, Caden Kennedy,
A-Train, the other one?
A-Train, Antrell, and the other one, Timmy.
Timmy
the Point.
Oh, okay.
So they got 4 pretty. How would you say? You went off popularity.
Yeah.
You know, 4 pretty popular boys. You know,
Yeah.
It could be any one of them.
Yeah.
And then as for the girls, Danny and
I thought she was only a junior.
no, not Danny. Oh my goodness.
You guys are all too young for us. We can't get them.
I know, right? Getting a headache up here just thinking about who's seniors this year. You know, but we're gonna find out here this evening, and we'll definitely give you guys shout outs, and I might even just bring the king and queen on next week just to chop it up with us about homecoming. You know,
let's do that. Let's plan on that.
Okay, we don't know who it is yet, so we'll wait till after tonight. And then
I know who it is. I got the.
So good luck to all the candidates. You know, for the coronation tonight. Good luck to the soon to be king and queen.
Yep.
And then then we'll be talking about you guys for the next year.
Good luck, y'all. Good luck.
All right, so Winnebago cross country. Okay, so no cross country meet yet this week, but tomorrow for homecoming week, the Winnebago cross country, both the high school and junior high, are traveling up to South Sioux.
Okay.
And they're gonna. You remember those soccer fields over there by the RV park right there, by Scenic Park?
Behind Scenic back there?
Those soccer fields out there that I can't remember what it's called, but it's riverfront. Mm-hmm. And they'll be out there around those soccer fields running
a circle.
Running a 5K run out there.
Wow.
I think they're going to be running some good ones. So
I know people want to like families want to go and watch. It's just hard to watch cross country because you watch them take off, then you watch them finish. So it's just like.
Well, you see, I mean, if you gone to one, you had to see some of those crazy parents. There's some of those crazy parents. Like I was a crazy parent a couple times. Yeah, because like I'm not trying to run from place to place, but I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk fast, and those usually they're golf courses. Yeah. So not only do you get to watch your kid on a couple different spots when they're running by and stuff. Yeah. You get to check out their golf course too. Yeah. And so most of those golf courses so far that they were at this year, besides Pender, I haven't even seen before.
You went to Beamer, right?
Oh yeah, to Beamer. Yeah. Right. So, but those other ones, it's kind of like, oh man, I want to do that one, at some point. But and then Rakeem's going out for golf. So after he gets done running one, he's always like, Dad, this weekend can we go golf that one? Yeah, that's cool. And that might be something we're gonna have to do, in the near future. So
see what your pocket looks like first.
So last night though, since we're talking about cross country, last night was parents' night. During the volleyball game for the Winnebago cross country high school team, and there are four runners out for cross country and
high school.
Yeah, and they were all recognized last night with their parents and everything like that. So it was a good showing because me and Eugene talked about this before too. Is like, Winnebago. There's a lot of students that probably are scared of running cross country because it's relatively new. Yeah. But and then having to run and have a bunch of people watch you like that is kind of probably like intimidating a little bit. But if you really think about it, I mean, we Winnebago, and not only Winnebago, but Native American people in general, indigenous people, we're runners. Like, that's in our DNA, is we're runners. Our people always been runners. We never had cars, or even way back in the day, never had horses and that stuff like that. We had to get around. And so our people were always runners. Never had diabetes because we was always, fit and everything like that. But so that's in our DNA. So we should actually be trying to use that as a recruiting technique to draw more runners in, because you never know. We might have our own, Billy Mills in here or something like that. Yep. Well, how are we going to know if they're never going to try it?
That's right.
So anyway.
Just made me tired talking about all that running.
I know.
A side ache all of a sudden.
Yeah, my bad. I mean, the only running that we used to do back in the day was probably taking off from cops.
Getting chased by police dogs.
So, yeah, but anyway, the cross-country meet, it starts, I believe, the first runners in the junior high is going to start at 3 o'clock. And I believe that the high school is going to be running about maybe about 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that. So usually goes girls then boys, then girls then boys. So however you can plan it. If you guys kids or your grandkids or nephews and nieces are running cross country, it's not that far of a trip, just 20 miles north. Yeah, and it's right there by Mickey D's and stuff, so you get some on the way home. But yeah, they're gonna be up to running, so please come up and show your support. All right, so which brings us to the next item of the week coming up, which is gonna happen on Friday at 10:30, I believe is the time in the morning, and that's the Winnebago 2023 Homecoming Parade. And man, I remember last year, I even made a post. I saw a post earlier this week about last year's homecoming. I said something to the effect of, the Dollar General must have made a killing today, because there was so much candy, like so much. It was like I think that they had a street sweeper come up and clean off the rest of the streets because of all the candy that was left up there. And I know Guillotine was probably out there. Yeah, he's probably mad. It's all those leftover candies are probably down in that little sewer area down there. But the parade is it usually it gets bigger and bigger, and it kind of gets more interesting. Yep. With the with what do you call it, your floats and stuff. Yeah, the floats, because of the motto or the. What do you call that? Like the slogan or something like that of the
nothing. What's the motto with you?
Hey, what's the motto anyway? Nothing was the motto with you. But this year it's something about gambling or something. Well, isn't it's something all in or something like that, because I saw a whole bunch of people doing some
casinos type stuff. I think all in, like cards, and I've seen some of that stuff too.
Yeah. So it is going to be interesting, because it looks like there's going to be a lot of references towards like all in or let's, I don't know what they said, let's gamble them up. Roll them up, I think they were saying something like that. And I've seen some dice being painted on some windows and some cards and some roulette tables and all that. So going to be interesting to see what the floats are all about.
Yeah, I'll say that. I heard Farms is gonna have a big old semi. They're gonna have a semi hooked up again. So
oh man!
So I got a brand new golf cart. Everybody want to rent it? $500.
$500.
Brand new one. $500.
Yes indeed. Yes
indeed. You can't paint it. Can't use tape or nothing on it. Just cruise it.
Yeah, just cruise it and wave. That's all you can do is wave. But you know that tomorrow, probably about maybe 9:30 or something like that. 9:30, they're gonna start gathering down in the main parking lot of the Winnebago Public School, and not tomorrow, but on Friday. On Friday, my bad. Okay. But they're gonna start gathering up about 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and start getting ready. The parade seems like it gets longer every year, and man, it's a really good show out, and they let the kids out, and the kids just love this parade because of the candy and everything.
Everybody bring their Halloween bags. Get them a quick little test run.
Yeah, get those little pumpkins out.
Yeah, your little Dollar Tree, Dollar General bags.
Yeah, so don't miss out, ladies and gentlemen, too, because you all could be a part of that. Be a part of the parade. Just make sure and find your spot along Main Street. They're gonna shut it down for a little while so we can take care of business, and definitely come out and show the Winnebago Public School and the football team support for homecoming. All right, so now it brings us to the game. The game starts at 2:00 on Friday, which I think is a great time, because homecoming back in the day was always Friday Night Lights. Yeah, you get done. The game is about 9:30. Dance is over at 12. You don't get showered up and ready to go until about 10. You usually gotta fix your hair and put some deodorant on, so probably about 10:15.
Fix your hair.
Fix your hair. Do your high top fade and everything like that. And
back in the day, the girls had those 6 foot.
The girls had to start getting dressed like during the football game to get that hair all fixed up.
Oh my goodness! I wish you can pull up some pictures of back then.
Oh man, I know. Then we really tease about hair because we ain't got any.
Salty guys.
So Cheyenne Eagle Butte is coming in town. Man, it's a long drive.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that they drive and then get out and then have to play right away.
Hey, are they gonna? I know what they did in the past. Are they gonna feed?
You know what? I'm not sure about that. I haven't heard anything. I know that a few weeks back they were trying to start a booster club up and stuff like that, but I haven't heard anything about it. But I do know that there's a lot of things going on that day. Even out to the farmers market, there's going to be some stuff going on out there. They're having a tailgate out there.
Oh, okay.
And I believe that there's going to be, they're having like the Friday at the farmers market stuff. There will be food vendors out there. I believe that there's going to be some food trucks coming in.
Cool.
So there's going to be a lot of things going on all day Friday. So just if you guys are hungry Friday, man, I think a lot of people are going to take some time off because of all the events and activities that are going on throughout the community. And make sure to stop out to the farmers market, go check it out because there's going to be a lot of good food out there.
That's right.
And go see what the tailgate's all about. And they got some T-shirts for the event.
Oh, okay.
So free T-shirts, y'all. I think you guys just got to go and like
probably sign.
Maybe.
Get your finger pricked.
Yeah. Maybe pat Tony Wood on the back and tell him he's doing a good job, and then he might give you a T-shirt or something.
Hey, keep your eye. You got to keep your eye out when you take a bite of that hot dog. I'll be lurking around, so I'm gonna have hot dog pics on Facebook all day.
Buff's gonna get his own little Facebook page and just call it Glizzies.
Caught Glizzies.
Yeah. So, really excited about that football game, though. My boy Rock and all his classmates and his buddies, and we got a lot of little relatives on there, little nephews and little bros and stuff like that are gonna be on there, just going out there and trying to win this game for homecoming.
Whatever happened to Tiny Baby and Timmy? Those guys don't play football?
Timmy is recovering from knee surgery. He's got probably about a good 4 weeks left before doctor could probably clear him.
Oh, okay.
But he's been doing PT for the last 4 months.
Oh, jeez.
5 months maybe. That it happened last year during basketball season. I can't remember what game it was, but he just landed on it wrong and it was over.
Wow.
So, but he'll hopefully be back for basketball season.
They could use him.
And then same thing. Ashton's he's getting taking care of some school stuff. And
okay.
Hopefully he'll be ready for basketball season.
Okay.
Hopefully for the team that he's ready because man, we need him.
He's a big dude.
We need both those kids for the rebounds, man. So anyway, but that'll be another episode, y'all. Last year I think we schooled Eagle Butte by, I think we 50'd them last year.
Jeez.
So, but I also think we 50'd Pine Ridge last year, but Pine Ridge's been doing work, We failed to mention earlier that, even though we said that, Winnebago got a couple L's right now, but failed to mention that both those losses were really close games. They were both by one score,
Oh, okay.
And so, and they were against the defending champs and Todd County and Pine Ridge, which I don't know if you've noticed on Facebook, but Pine Ridge their athletes up there is kind of not that big of a school, but their basketball coach has been training them ever since basketball season was over last year, in the weight room, in the gym, on the field. They're just training all season long. So you see a big difference from last year's team to this year's team football. So the basketball team's probably gonna be hooping.
Yeah, and Oyate, Casey Means,
geez, I know they beat us one time. Get over it. Anyway, so good luck to the Winnebago Indians on Friday. Y'all come on, support them. 2:00 is kickoff time, so make sure and get there. Probably about, I'd say 1:30 and get your seats. And those y'all that were like me and like to park outside the fence and everything, that's cool. Just make sure you're right there, so when we score, you honk that horn. Those y'all that Todd Walker and all the rest of you guys out there that got your leftover fireworks, it's time to bust them out.
Yeah.
Time to bust them out this weekend. So
talking about one score games, that'll bring us right into the next little thing here.
Yeah. So here we go. We're moving on into the next subject on the list, and that is Husker football. Husker football.
Quince girl calling. Hold on. Tell her you're busy.
Hey, that's my boy.
Oh.
So Husker football. Give us a little rundown, bro. Like, right, I know you watch that play by play.
All right. Well, you guys all know. You guys are little Husker fanatics like me. We're 2-2.
And me.
Quince, I don't even want to get started with him right now. But 2-2, we had got that new quarterback in there that we got rid of the other quarterback. He got hurt, so and then lost 2 games. Bring the other quarterback in. He won 2 games, but now he's hurt.
Oh, now he's hurt?
Now, so they're both probably be available, but they don't know who's going to start. But we still got another quarterback. So it's just like you don't know what you can get. But our defense, the Black Shirts, been playing good. They're like they're the number 1 team in the nation on rushing defense, and they're right there like top 3 in just total defense. I mean, the Black Shirts are back, baby.
Yeah, man, that right there that sounds exciting because, throughout the season, they say we can only get better.
Yep.
We can only get better. It's hard for, especially in the D1 ranks.
Yep.
It's hard to get worse. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you got a whole bunch of injuries or something like that. But
Yeah.
but for a team like the Black Shirts, especially what they're doing right now, they can only get better.
Yep.
So the offense needs to get better.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, but see, like I said, we can put it to the test. Put it to the test. We could very well be 4-0 right now. That Colorado game, played with them for the first 3 quarters, and then our 2.5 quarters, I guess, and then clowned it. That first game against Minnesota, should have won that one too. Very well, boys could be 4-0 right now.
Yeah.
So, but here's where they get to test. They get number 2 Michigan Wolverines here coming to town.
Michigan. What's the chances of you making it down to that game?
Shit, I'd rather go home and make me a pot of chili, sit there and watch it on my 86 at home. Closest I can see the game right there.
All right. Yeah, I like watching the Huskers game down here. It's fun. The atmosphere is fun, especially when you go to a Michigan game or Ohio State game, or Iowa game.
Yeah.
So hopefully Coach Marcel can get some
something
more
up,
Boys and Girls Club tickets and have to pull up my chaperone hat.
I'm ready. Got my chaperone card right with me. Let me know, boys.
Yeah, I've been working out. I'm ready. I'm ready to chaperone. Let's go.
Working out, ready to walk them steps at the stadium.
Who Nebraska got this weekend?
I just told you, fool, Michigan.
Oh, who's Michigan? Well, good luck to the Huskers down there because they're gonna need it against number 2.
Number 2, Michigan.
Number 2. Man, that's gonna be a tough game, but it's gonna be a good one to watch though. And I bought my squares, or I think I bought them.
No, you got them.
I'll pay for them on Thursday. We got them, and so I'll be following those numbers, guys. Let's go, man.
Couple extra dollars.
So let's go ahead and give some shout outs, bro, man. You know what? We didn't have no visuals today. Like, we've been busy talking about this stuff, and man, I looked up and it's almost 6 o'clock already.
Yeah, and I got to bounce at 6, bro. I'm gonna give a shout out to myself because I got darts tonight.
What? Man, this guy never learns, man.
Hey, man.
All right, so my shout out, I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody that's in the background and in the behind the scenes for homecoming week.
Yeah.
All you Winnebago fans, alumni, Winnebago Indian lovers, you guys bleed blue. I see all the decorations around town. I know that there's gonna be a lot more. There's floats that are inside some garages right now getting fixed up. A lot of money being spent, a lot of candy being bought. Everybody at the school that's hyping these kids up to make homecoming a fun experience for them. I want to give a shout out to y'all.
Big shout out.
Big shout out to y'all for making the homecoming week a special one for all these kids.
Good job.
It's always a week that they're gonna remember.
Yep.
Especially the seniors.
Especially if they win.
Yeah, especially if they win. Any shout outs, bro?
Well, yeah, shout outs to all the Winnebago Indians themselves, whether they're like we talked about all day, the junior high volleyball, the junior high cross country, the high schools volleyball, cross country, football teams. All you kids, keep putting in the hard work and enjoy this time. You guys are kids, enjoy it, have fun. It's the time of your lives, because as soon as you guys graduate, it's time to man up after that.
Yeah,
so enjoy your little lives.
Yes, indeed. That's a good shout out, bro. Good shout out, bro. So brings us to our athlete of the week. We always got to try to end with the athlete of the week because we want to try to recognize some of our own people for what they've done in the world of sports. So
oh my goodness.
I've been really thinking about somebody to pick this for this week's episode, and I always try to like blend it in with with our topics for the day and everything like that. So, oh man, it's a tough one, man.
I'm gonna be biased again for once.
Okay, for once.
My athlete of the week, they had a couple of tough matches there, but the whole junior high girls volleyball team. You know, like I said, I'm being biased. I got a niece that plays. I got a grandbaby that plays. I got 2 nieces that play. So and then just watching them, how fun they have when they're playing, and how the competitive spirit is there, and they just need to tweak a few things, but it's just fun to watch. You know, it's fun to watch them. I'm gonna enjoy watching all these young ones grow into older athletes, and you know, and as they start to mature and get better at it, it's just sky's the limit. So my shout out is to the junior high girls volleyball team.
Nice, man.
Or my athlete of the week, I'm sorry.
Nice. That's a good one right there. That's a good one, bro. Yeah, so congratulations to the junior high volleyball squad for getting the Big Voice Sports Talk Show Athlete of the Week. That was a good one, B Luv.
Thank you.
And so that brings me to mine, and then we're gonna go ahead and end this episode 42. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking about it, and you're the one that brought the name up, but I've been watching her run. I've been watching her place at a lot of these cross country meets, and her Choka, Robert Stoner is really proud of her. Mm-hmm. But little Kimmy,
yep,
she's a really good runner. She's fast, and then that's not the only sport that she plays too. Because I know Coach Stoner is a basketball coach, and that's first is basketball coach. You know, and I know that he's really excited about this coming season, especially because his grandbaby is doing so good in cross country. So
and she plays volleyball too, bro.
And volleyball,
yeah, she plays volleyball as well.
Man, let's go, man. So that even gives me more reason to send that athlete of the week to Kimmy.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, so congrats,
ladies and gentlemen. This is the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. I am your host, Coach Q, along here with B Luv, my brother Buff, and this is 100.9 FM on your dial. You're listening to Big Voice Radio, and we are out until next week.
Peace.